Anybody ever been given a label that wasn't a whole lot of fun? Yeah, it's not easy, but it happens on the regular basis. We give each other labels. So I want you to take a second, and I want you to come up with some labels that have been given to you in your life in the past. They can be good, they can be bad, whatever, but labels that were given to you, things you have been called. If you're a note taker, you can write them down. If you're not a note taker, then you can keep them fresh in your mind. But take a few seconds to come up with some labels that you've been given. Everybody got some labels? Some of you are laughing at your labels as we did this process. I like that. I'm not asking you to have to share them with anybody. Don't worry. I'm not gonna call anybody out this morning. But my bet is, this is an interesting process, because my bet is that many of us come up with more bad labels than good labels we've been called. And I think as people, we tend to hang on to the bad way more than the good. Would you agree with me? Am I the only one? Because I can get 100 good compliments, but it's the one bad compliment that keeps me up at night. It's that one bad compliment that I roll around in my mind and can't believe I did that. I can't believe they said that about me. We hang on to the bad way more than the good. And this is so heartbreaking, because those bad labels are the things that we start to burn into our heart. And they were never meant to be burned into your heart. Those things that the world has labeled, or your past decisions have labeled you, that should not define your future. But over and over again, it's these bad labels that we allow to seep into our heart the deepest. And I know in my life, that's certainly been the case, and I've been labeled different things over the years, and some of them I am proud of, and others I'm not so much proud of. So we can start with the obvious, the easy one. I've been given the label pastor, and I'm super thankful for that. Was not thankful for that in the beginning when I felt like God was calling me into the ministry. I was adamant that I was not going into the ministry, and God has a sense of humor. But pastor is a label that I am thankful for. I am truly blessed to get to do what I get to do. Not every day as a pastor is easy, but every day is an opportunity. Every day is an opportunity. The other label, the next label, kind of easy to label with, is Christian. And many of you are labeled Christian. And there have been moments in my life that I have not worn this label proudly, but for the most part, this is something I try to be extremely thankful for, and to let others know that I am a follower of Jesus. And kind of like pastor, as a Christian, not all days are easy, and you know that if you're a follower of Christ. Not all days as a Christian are easy, but every day is an opportunity to share the light of Christ into the world. So before I was a pastor, I was a business major, a college student. And that was also a title that I was super excited about. I was super excited about the business world and going and kind of building a career. And again, God has a sense of humor and slightly changed the direction, not slightly, drastically changed the direction of my life and pushed me in a completely different direction. Some of the labels that I have been given, I have certainly not been proud of, and don't know certainly have not been proud of. I've been called uncaring, been called weak. I've even been called heretic. That's an interesting one. If you don't know this already, pastors are not always liked in all circles and in all groups. We have some hardships. We get shots fired at us quite often. Mark always says that pastors are table fodder on Sunday after church, right? Everybody's talking about their pastors. It is what it is. Y'all don't do that, right? It is what it is, and hopefully, if the things are true, Mark and I can humble ourselves and apologize